Good morning everyone. My name is Dr. Saurabh Rai. Welcome you all in the last lecture of microwave engineering. So that is the unit 5 last lecture. So previous lecture we discussed about the impact diode or avalanche transit time devices, read type as well as impact type diode. So here we will discuss about the trapped diode. Okay. So last lecture we discussed about the impact diode. So impact ionization avalanche things are going on in that effect. We will discuss briefly as well as we elaborate is negative resistance and the application as well as we solve some problem. So in this lecture we will see the trapped diode. So first, trapped stands for trapped plasma avalanche trigger transit mode, a mode first reported by Prager et al. So here et al meaning means there are some other scientists are also there. So they designed that particular device that is called trapped diode. So we will see the diode we can operate in several hundred megahertz to several gigahertz. So that is the main advantage of designing this particular diode. So it's high frequency microwave generator capable from several hundred megahertz to several gigahertz. The basic operation of oscillator in a semiconductor PN junction diode reverse bias to current density OL in excess of those encountered in normal avalanche operation. So here current density that is in excess compared to the normal avalanche region. Whatever the current density we have seen in the normal earlier case of avalanche region, so here density is very high. Okay. So the doping of the depletion region is generally such that the diodes are well punched through at breakdown, that is DC electric field is well above the saturation drift velocity level. So all the things are very high in such cases. So while punched through at breakdown, that is the DC electric field is well above the saturated drift velocity level. Now we'll see its construction. So that is the arrangement of the trapped diode. So here we'll see that region, that P plus region, that region is very thin. It's 2.5 to 7.5 micrometer. But the depletion region is thickness is very high. The layer is 2.5 to 12.5 micrometer. And here the dimension, that dimension is 50 micrometer for continuous wave and 750 micrometer for low frequency high peak power. So those are the things. The P plus region is kept as thin as possible, 2.5 to 7.5 micrometer. The trapped diode diameter range is as small as 50 micrometer for continuous wave operation and 750 micrometer for lower frequency of operation for high peak power devices. So those are the arrangement of the trapped diode. So how it is work? So we already mentioned that it's high density thin layer avalanche, its current density is very high. So what are the operation or principle of operation of the trapped diode? So the electrons and holes trapped in low field region behind the zone are made to fill the depletion region in the diode. So this is done by a high field avalanche region which propagates through the diode. Okay. So the electrons and holes trapped in low field region behind the zone are made to fill the depletion region in the diode. Okay. So this is done by high field avalanche region which propagates through the diode. So a typical voltage waveframe of the trapped diode of an avalanche P plus and N plus diode operating with an assumed current derived as shown in figure. So from this figure we can understand the overall trapped principle of operation, how it is working. So if you will see that there are different points are there, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So these things, so two main important whenever we will see. So first one is the voltage, this one is the voltage curve. So here we will see it started from A, B, C, then okay. So again, and this thing is the current. Okay. So again for same thing, again when current become positive, the things will be repeated again similar way. So it will repeat itself. But important things, whenever the current is become positive, so how the things is going on. So here it defined in different region. First one is the A to B, one region is there. Then another B to C, another region is there, that is called plasma formation. Another C to D, another is there, that is another region is there, that is called plasma extraction. Then residual remaining whatever the things, that extraction from E to F. Then again F to G, there is again charging region. So those things are happened when current is become positive or fast positive cycle of the current. When it becomes negative, so there is a constant things is there. Okay. So again current is become positive, then same things is repeat itself. Okay. Now we'll discuss one by one from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to G and G to A. Now we'll discuss how the things A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to G, G to A one by one. Okay. So first start from, so at point A, we starting from the point A. So at point A, the electric field is uniform throughout the sample and its magnitude is large but less than the value required for avalanche breakdown. So the current density can be expressed as J equal to ES dE by dt. So that is the starting point. So at the instant of time at diode at point form, diode is charged like a linear capacitor driving the magnitude of the electric field above the breakdown voltage. So at point A, whenever the diode is on, so diode is charged like a linear capacitor and the voltage is increases. From A to B, it's like a charging things going on. Whenever but the value is less than the breakdown voltages. Okay. So that A to B, the diode is charging. Clear? So that is the first point. At the instant of time at diode point A, diode is charged like a linear capacitor driving the magnitude of the electric field above the breakdown voltage. Okay. So it try to increase the magnitude of the electric field and above the breakdown voltage. So these things is going on from A to B. Okay. Now whenever it reach the point B, when a sufficient number of charge carrier is generated, the particle current exceeds the external current and the electric field is depressed throughout the depletion region, causing the voltage is decreased. This portion of the cycle is shown from the curve from B to C. Okay. So whenever its minimum amount is generated and it's exceeded the external current, the electric field is depressed. Okay. So field is depressed throughout the depletion region and causing the voltage is to decrease. So this portion of the cycle is shown from the curve B to C. Now during this interval, the electric field is sufficiently large for the avalanche to continue and dense plasma of electron and hole is created. So a dense plasma of electron is hole and is created in this particular interval B to C. So at some of the electrons and holes are dripped out of the ends of the depletion layer and the field is further depressed and traps the remaining plasma, the voltage decreases to point D. Okay. So some of the whatever the plasma and hole and plasma are densely generated, some of the things are depressed and traps the layer and remaining plasma are there. So that's why the voltage is decreases to the point B. So a long time is required to remove the plasma between total plasma charge is large as compared to the charge per unit in the external current. So whatever the plasma or a large number of electrons and holes are generated, so some of the things are removed. So due to the some of the things are removed from this particular layer, then again voltage is decreases. So voltage is decreases up to D, because all the plasma is not able to remove, because whatever the charge or flowing, that is charge departed to per unit time, but plasma charge is very high. So some amount will be decreases. So whenever we will see the graph, so first that is the linear charge capacitor. Then it comes to the B to C, that is the plasma formation. Okay. Then whatever the plasma is formed, so some of the things are moved from the things. So due to that, the voltage is decreases. Okay. So now up to this point we described. From A to point, that is act like a charging. So here plasma formation is going on, and due to the plasma formation large number of electrons and holes are generated, but all the electrons and holes which are generated is not able to pass through the depletion region and others. So then again some of the amount is passed and it is voltage is dropped. Okay. Now coming to this region, D to E region, so whatever the plasma is remaining, this plasma is extracted. So again voltage is slightly increased. Again whatever the removing, whatever the residual extraction is there, whatever the remaining plasma is extraction in E to F region, again voltage is increased. So now nothing is there. So now it F to G, it's also act like a charging voltage. Okay. So that part, so first thing is charging, then plasma formation, then plasma extraction. Due to that plasma extraction, this part plasma extraction is going on, some of the voltage is increases. Again E to F, again residual, whatever the remaining things, then again voltage is increases. So here nothing is there. Now due to this, again due to this the voltage is increases. Now coming to the G point, whenever this point, then again current is now, so there is a constant thing, whatever the voltage is there, that is the constant voltage is there. Again from A point the same things will be repeated. Now I will see whatever the at point E the total plasma charge is removed, but a residual charges electrons remains in one end of the depletion layer and residual charges of holes remains in the other end of the layer. Okay. So two layers are there, two things are there. One of the residual charge electron remains in one end and residual charge of holes are remained in the other end. So as the residual charge removed, the voltage is increased from point E to F. At point F, all the charge that was generated internally has been removed. Okay. So some of the things are removed earlier, then later on whatever the residual charge is removed and increased from point E to F. At point F, all the charge that was generated internally has been removed. Okay. So the charge must be greater than or equal to that supply by external current, otherwise the voltage will exceed that at point A. Okay. From point F to point D, the diode charges up like again like a fixed capacitor. From point F to point G, so there is no charge, whatever the charge is generated, there is no charge are remaining. So whatever now current is again or diode is charged again like a normal charge. From point G to A, the voltage is constant, because the point G to A there is nothing is there. Now current is decreases. Current is now coming to the next cycle, then it will repeat itself. So this is the overall things. From A to B, that charging is going on. B to Z, due to the plasma formation, voltage is decreased. So large number of charge carrier are there. So but some of the amount is again, some of the amount is drift through the depletion region, that's why voltage is decreases. From D to E, whatever the plasma extraction or plasma generated, so these things is removed, but removed very slowly, because DQ charge part time we are taking need time to remove those plasma. So here E point, all the plasma is removed, but residual charges are there in the depletion region. So due to the residual charges, so this from E to F point, all the charges are removed. Okay. So due to remove now like a normal thing. So it again like a charging capacitor and it charge from F to G. After that we will see the current is in the negative direction, so voltage will be constant. So again this time again the things will be repeated itself. So those are the principle of operation of the trap diode. So here different reason is there. So we'll mention all those reasons: charging, plasma formation, plasma extraction, residual extraction, again charging, and then voltage is constant. Okay. So the electric field can be expressed at the electric field of the trap diode can be Ex of t equal to Em minus Qna Es into X J T divided by Es, where Na is the doping concentration of the resistance region, X equal to distance. Thus the value of the electric field, when the value is the electric field reaches Em or maximum, if we put the value of Ext equal to Em, so from this equation we can write down T equal to Qnj into X. So how we can write down these things? Because we are considering when the these things is reaches Em. So we can write down JT divided by ES equal to this whole term. So we can write down JT divided by ES equal to QNA divided by ES. So we can cancel this time. So we'll get T equal to, so T will get QNA J into X. Okay. So T will get QNA X divided by J. So if we will take derivative of this term considering dx by dt, then we will get its drift velocity. Okay. So drift velocity will be J divided by QNA. So if we will consider X, so X from this equation we can write JT divided by QNA. So dx by dt we will get J divided by QNA. So same things, J divided by QNA. So that is the drift velocity we are calculating. Now coming to the next point. So that is the one question is given, a trap diode has the following parameters. Doping concentration is Na and J value is 20 kilo per centimeter square, kiloampere per centimeter square. So we should find out its drift velocity. Okay. So we should find out its drift velocity. Okay. So the drift velocity already we know, the question is Bz equal to J divided by QNA. So that is the already we mentioned earlier, the drift velocity is Bz equal to J divided by QNA. So if you will place the all value, J value is given 20 kilo ampere per centimeter square, Q will know that is the charge 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. Na value is given 2 into 10 to the power 15 centimeter square, and this one also 20 into 10 cube ampere per centimeter square. So if we will solve this equation, we will get 6.25 into 10 to the power 7 centimeter per second. So that is the drift velocity. So our question is finding out the drift velocity of a trap diode given the following parameters. So from this above equation we can, or below equation we can find out the velocity of drift velocity. So that is, here Q is the charge 1.6 into, that is the electron charge 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So J and N is given already. So if we place all the value, we can find out the value of drift velocity. Now coming to the power output and efficiency of the trap diode. So trap diode, if we will consider it working in low frequency as well as high frequency. So low frequency, if 0.5 gigahertz, then efficiency is high, that is near about 40%. Now coming to high frequency, where here we are considering some of the value, peak power, average power, operating voltage, efficiency, because all diode has some different specification as well as different voltage, and depends on the voltage as well as frequency, the efficiency of the things will be changes. So the diode can operate in low frequency as well as high frequency. We are considering 8 gigahertz. Here we will considering peak power, average power we are considering 1 watt, operating voltage is 60. From this condition we are getting the efficiency is 15%. Okay. So we will see the efficiency is slightly reduced if you will see all those parameters, but the things are different, peak power and other things are, so we cannot compare it all the things. Okay. So we cannot show consider it that for this above situation we can after seeing this the frequency is increases, the efficiency is decreases. We can't consider it because the average power, peak power and operating voltage for all those things are different. Okay. So those are the sources of W. Wilson. That sources we are means we are finding this table and we are considering that efficiency and whatever the peak power, average power and operating voltage of the trap diode for different specification. So this is the overall things. The application where we are using the trap diode for low power Doppler radars, local oscillator for radars, microwave beacon landing system, phase array radar, etc. So those are the application reason of the trap diode. So we can use in low power Doppler radars as well as local oscillator for radars, microwave beam landing system as well as phased array radar, etc. So maximum application of microwave solid state devices is the radar and high frequency Doppler radars and different radars, array radars applications. Okay. So those are the overall things of the microwave. We discussed starting from the microwave, generator, solid state devices. In this chapter we discuss about the TED, transverse electron devices. Next we'll move to the impact, as well as we move to the trapped diode. Okay, so overall these things. Thank you everyone.